I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but the anger I get from making eye contact with a man is like so ridiculous sometimes.
I think a lot of us women are in a point in our lives where we don't want to be with someone who can't give us what we can give ourselves.
I know this is gonna sound so mean, but hot women dating ugly men pisses me off so much.
Men will be like, why do girls hate men? Why do girls hate men? They just hate men. Because you say some of the absolute most insane, disgusting, terrible things all the time. And I know because I read your filtered comments and then I delete them one by one and I say,
Oh, way, men are falling behind. Falling behind what? Women? Is that the part that like we're not saying out loud because then it makes it sound really bad? Do you mean women are beating men at the game that they created and rigged to benefit them? And yet still women are succeeding even though the patriarchy's foot is on their neck? I mean, we did it despite those conditions. Maybe you should try. Stop whining. Take accountability. Do it. Figure it out. Sail ahead. Go for it. No one's stopping you.
You ever notice how half the women bragging about owning a home forgot to mention they got it in the divorce? But sure, feminism is totally about equality, not about doubling the workforce so the government could cash in on more taxes. Look it up. It's Economics 101 with a sprinkle of marketing. Now, please, just one example of how women have it harder. Take your time, I'll wait. Actually, give me one where they have it easier too. That list might be quicker to compile. Men are tired of playing these games. We're not toxic, we're just done. Especially when we see dudes in wigs dominating women's sports and everyone's supposed to clap like it's progress. But don't worry, I'm sure she'll be posting a reel soon, crying in her wine glass at 45, wondering why no man wants to date her after years of treating them like NPCs. Spoiler alert, it's not because he's intimidated by a strong woman.
I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but the anger I get from making eye contact with a man is like so ridiculous sometimes. Look at the hives I just got literally just from making eye contact with a man. I literally feel so disgusted. I feel like like ew! It stresses me out. Don't look at me!
Someone call the loony bin. We've got a runner. You know what really drives me literally insane? People who say literally 5 times in one sentence. I can only imagine her reaction when she realizes thousands of men are now locked in eye contact with her through a screen. She's gonna blow soft as 10-ply toilet paper and somehow still won the sperm race? Miracles do happen. And isn't she looking at him? Pretty sure eye contact requires 2 people, not a solo stare down. She might as well start stocking up on cats. 63 has a nice ring to it. There's no way this brand of crazy came from a man's rib. Psycho Sandy's out here acting like someone dumped expired oat milk in her cereal. And just wait, next breath she'll be crying about how no man wants her. Peak comedy.
I think a lot of us women are in a point in our lives where we don't want to be with someone who can't give us what we can give ourselves. I feel like there was a period where guys could kind of just show up and just have their personality and give us attention, and that was kind of enough. But at this point, I have friends who give me the attention that I need. I have money, I have a job to give myself the things that I need. So if they're not contributing by I don't know, doing something else, or if they're not even meeting that baseline of validating my feelings, whatever, why would we keep them around? And I think that's why so many of us are single now, because we don't want to settle for being someone's mommy, in the nicest way possible. We don't want to settle for having to do absolutely everything. And I think that's fair. When I think back to the most recent ex that I dated, not only did I make all the food every single time, paid for half if not more of everything, was not validated or was gaslit for everything, why would I keep that in my life?
Can't bring the bare minimum, but expects you to show up like a billionaire with emotional superpowers. Apparently it's our job to tiptoe around their feelings, even if they use ours like toilet paper. She wants a pretty hole with under 10 fills. Sure, Jan. And in return, you get to be her unpaid therapist. It's give and take. Yeah, as long as you give and she takes. Needing someone to constantly validate your emotions isn't self-care. It's called being codependent. Too many women out here rocking that penny mindset. Bernadette, Leonard does things he doesn't like to make you happy. Penny, well, yeah, he's my boyfriend. Isn't that like his job? Amy, then what's your job? Penny, letting him make me happy. Boom. There it is, the clearest example of what's gone sideways. Some people really think love means unlimited service, no appreciation. Want a man who doesn't settle? Cool. Just don't need one then. It's supposed to be 50-50. Not 100 you, zero effort from her while she's still finding herself. What happened to being with someone because you actually enjoy them? Not because they're a walking wish list? These days, it's all want, 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 no give. Love's supposed to be a partnership, not a transaction. Sad, really.
Men will be like, why do girls hate men? Why do girls hate men? They just hate men. Because you say some of the absolute most insane, disgusting, terrible things all the time. And I know because I read your filtered comments and then I delete them one by one and I say, I can't believe that people have the audacity to say these things. Same thing in the hidden DMs. I cannot believe that people, mostly men, I'm trying to think of one comment from a woman that I've had to delete or that has been filtered. And I can't think of one. I can't. I would love to be wrong. I would love to say that women do the same thing. But they don't. So why do you girls just hate men? Make it easier to not. Make it easier to not. Y'all are gonna, you guys are gonna hate this one. I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. Man, the weather is really, really nice.
You do know you're on the internet, right? Did your eyebrows approve this post? The Delulu is strong with this one. Real strong. Words cute, but actions matter. You judge like we're the same, but we're not. Let me guess. The same post where you bashed men is the one where you got roasted? Now you hate all men because of TikTok comments? All right, princess, go touch some grass. This ain't a grown woman. This is a little girl craving attention. Another mid-tier chick with main character syndrome. Can't speak for all men, but I promise you, no one's asking.
Dating a white man basically means at the end of a long day, you talk about the multiple ways you were microaggressed, and he looks at you in the face and says, yeah, but I don't think they meant it like that.
So I just turned 32 and I'm single, and I feel like I'm at this point in my life where if a man isn't adding some sort of value to my life, or if he's just going to disrupt my peace, like honestly, I don't want it.
In case you forgot that men are awful, I posted a video about what the girlies are going to do if we ever hit an apocalyptic situation and like life's never going back to normal. And there are currently almost 7,000 comments of women saying that they would themselves rather than deal with the men out in the world because they know that they would be abused, used, and discarded. Not to mention all the girlies in the comments saying that they would make sure their body was burned, disposed of, like mangled beyond recognition, because even death will not stop men from using our bodies against our will. I know this is grim, but also the girlies are hysterical. And if you would like some funny, girly, dark humor, I highly encourage you to go look at that video on my page. I am just having so much fun scrolling through the comments. Everyone is hilarious. Everyone is so funny. And I just love all the girlies once again.
7,000 out of billions on the planet? That's not a flex. It's a blip. Honestly, an apocalypse might be the wake-up call some folks need to realize the real value of men and get humbled in the process. What's even sadder is the silence from women who could speak up for good men, but don't. As a woman, it's disturbing to watch this rising wave of man-bashing. Not all men are bad, just like not all women are good. To the good, decent men out there, you're seen, even if not always appreciated. And maybe, just maybe, some women keep picking the wrong men. Ever think of that? But hey, don't wait for the apocalypse to figure it out.
Men are finally saying the quiet part out loud. I just saw a video of a man complaining about how he's been going on dates with women who can't cook, which, you know, might be relevant if he was like looking for a personal chef, but that is the thing. He is. They are. Most men are not specifically looking for you. They are looking for someone who wants to be with them during a time that they think is when they should settle down, and also who is willing to be their unpaid chef, therapist, secretary, etc. The truth is, even the nicest man in the world would not speak to you unless 1, he found you attractive, or 2, he thought that you could benefit him in some way. Most of these men are not fighting for their lives in the group chat after showing a picture of you. They are not having to convince themselves to be with you or give you a chance because you have a cool personality. It is already dangerous enough for women to be in proximity to men. So if you are someone who is open to dating or finding a life partner, it is so incredibly important for you to check in with yourself and ask yourself how this man is bringing value into your life, and if the value that he is bringing outweighs whatever stress it is that he also brings in. You are the greatest investment in your life, which means that you need to protect yourself, which also means not allowing people into your space and giving access to yourself to people who just make your life harder. If your life is worse because you allow a man into it, that is the wrong man for you.
I tapped out 10 seconds in. She's the human version of room 1408. How long is she going to be single? I'm taking bets. Vegas odds might be generous. So it's cool when she looks for benefits. But if a guy does it, he's selfish. Got it. The nose ring told the whole story. Didn't even need to hit play. Every word she says is peak projection. Women are experts at picking men they're not into. Now she's coaching others to chase wallets so they don't end up with the broke guys they normally choose. Also, why the makeup again? She's exactly why I gave up dating. Not sure it's ever worth the gamble anymore.
I know this is going to sound so mean, but hot women dating ugly men pisses me off so much. And I was thinking today, why does it piss me off so much? And I think the reason it pisses me off, right, is a woman will think that a man is out of her league because he's vaguely approaching her league, or like maybe he's here, right? Whereas a man will think a woman is out of her league when she's like here. If a woman is here and like anyone with eyes is like, oh my God, like she's so much hotter than him, a man doesn't go, oh, she's out of my league. He goes like, oh, like that's well within my region. And a man's region is usually as hot as him or hotter. And it's only when a woman is like supremely way hotter than him that he's like, oh, that's out of my region. Whereas a woman's region tends to be like as hot as her or less hot, right? So when a man's even here, she's like, oh my God, like he's exceeded my region. And it's so normal for women to like look down while men look up. And if a woman sees a man here, even though if it was reversed, the man would not be like, she's out of my league. The woman will be like, oh my God, he's out of my league. And it pisses me off when I have like a really beautiful friend and there's a man that's like maybe here or here, and she's like, oh my God, he's so much hotter than me. And I'm just kind of like, this is misogyny. Like, I'm sorry, it is. I truly do believe that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I am someone who's very much intellectually attracted to people. I would never discount someone because I thought that, you know, they should be here, but really they're here. Like, I don't actually operate like that. But in my job, I work in customer service. I see couples all day, every day. And I'm sorry, but 95% of the time, it's like the woman is up here and the man is down here. And I'm not even necessarily talking about like physical attraction. I'm even talking about aura, vibes, style. She's tatted up. She's like got, you know, her hair looks amazing and he's just wearing like a dirty t-shirt. His hair is a mess. And I do see a couple that's really on the same vibration. Like maybe she's got really cool tats. He's got really cool style. I'm like, thank fuck. It actually warms my heart. It makes me so happy. Maybe I sound like an asshole, but there is so much to unpack here. For example, the whole, you don't know you're beautiful, that's what makes you beautiful. That is literally what extends a man's range, right? If a woman is here and a man is here, she thinks she's here, she's safely within that man's range and well out of his fucking league. You don't know you're beautiful, that's what makes you beautiful. If women all knew how beautiful they were, y'all be fucked. Men get so pressed when a woman knows that she's hot. They're all like, oh my God, who does she think she is? God forbid a woman has eyes. You're literally just mad because if she didn't think she was all that, she wouldn't be here. She'd be here. She'd be attainable. She would sink in to your self-appointed league. Men get so mad at really hot women that actually know they're really hot and actually endeavor to date men that are also really hot. They'd be like, oh my God, she's so shallow. You're so shallow. I'm sorry if this comes across poorly, but you will never see me seeing a woman recognize she is hot, post thirst traps, and think anything other than thank God. I get it, men don't tend to mask as heavily as women do, so if you want a man that really matches your freak, they do often externalize that freak a lot more. I'm gonna use Ariana Grande and everyone she's ever dated as an example, but women need to punch more. We gotta rein it the fuck in a little bit.
If you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more.